What's up everyone, CBK here to bring you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. You guys, even though there is absolutely no news for Marvel Spider-Man 2, my hype for the game grows each and every day, just because we are another day closer to the release of the game. I'm still holding out hope that we get some sort of gameplay or new trailer by September, but until then I figured I'd go over the top 10 reasons I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. They aren't in any particular order, but with that being said, let's swing on into it. The first reason I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the return of Brian Intihar as the creative director and Ryan Smith as the game director. Most of you guys probably know that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is my favorite video game of all time, which means that Brian and Ryan have earned my trust with this character and franchise. I am so happy that Insomniac has kept the continuity with both of the directors for the sequel. The next reason I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the promise of a darker story. President of Marvel Games Bill Roseman has said that this story will be darker than the original, and hearing that got me hyped. It's always been my belief that the best Spider-Man stories are the ones that are more serious, grounded, and have a darker tone. So the idea of having a darker story for the sequel has me pumped. Swinging on into the next reason I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the dynamic between Peter and a more experienced Miles Morales. My hope is that Spider-Man 2 will feature a gameplay mechanic that will let you seamlessly switch between Miles and Peter during combat. If that is the case, I can't wait to see how their fighting styles play off of one another. The dual takedowns will be so awesome, and I can't wait to see how they complement one another. Up next, we have the introduction of Venom. Yes, one of the best Spider-Man villains of all time in my opinion. I am so excited to see Insomniac's take on this iconic character and what they'll bring to the table with him. When I saw the post-credit scene for Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4, I was out of my mind excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 because I knew that Venom was coming. And still to this day, it's one of the main reasons I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And I also have to add in the fact that Tony Todd, the horror icon, is going to be playing Venom. I mean, they could not have casted this role any more perfectly. It is one of the many reasons I'm excited to see Venom in this universe. The next reason I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the new suits. Miles got a minor upgrade, but I'm most excited for the brand new advanced suit for Peter. I feel like this suit is a big improvement, especially with the enhanced colors. I cannot wait to see it for myself on the power of the PS5. Which brings me to my next point, and that is Spider-Man 2 being an exclusive for the PS5. I know that this may suck for a lot of people, but I do believe that the fact that Insomniac will be able to use all of their resources for developing this game for the PS5 will bring out the best product, as opposed to splitting up the directors to create the game for two separate consoles. I understand that some people are stressed out about not having a PS5, but I do believe that this will give us the best possible game. Up next, we have the new powers and abilities. I cannot wait to see what new gadgets or abilities we get to use. We already know that Miles is going to have some sort of new blue Venom Blast to go along with the original orange Venom Blast that he had in Miles Morales. I'm looking forward to exploring that and finding out more about what gave him this new power. And just getting to use some new gadgets and abilities along with powers has me very excited. The next reason I'm excited might be a small one for most people, but it's the return of John Pisano to score the music for the game. I'm a big fan of the music for both Marvel Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, so much so that I bought the vinyl records for both of them. Whenever I do any work on my computer, the first thing I do is put on my vinyl and play some music in the background. I'm so pumped to see his theme for Venom as well. I think it's going to be so cool. The next thing I'm excited for in Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the setup for the Green Goblin storyline within Insomniac's universe. Green Goblin isn't just one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, but is one of my favorite comic book villains of all time. And I'm so excited to see how Marvel Spider-Man 2 sets up Green Goblin as the next big villain in Marvel Spider-Man 3. And now we have made it to the last reason on my list, and I did save what I believe to be the best for last. The number one reason I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the symbiote suit storyline. I'm so excited for us to get our black suit and see how it impacts Peter as a person and as Spider-Man. I cannot wait to see what new abilities we get and what the suits will look like with the symbiote. It's easily the reason I'm most excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 reasons I'm excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2. I would love to know what you're excited about for the game. You don't have to give me 10 reasons, but a few would be really nice in the comments section. Before I end the video, I just want to say if you're new here, I pretty much only talk about Marvel Spider-Man here. So if you enjoy Marvel Spider-Man leaks, rumors, wishlist videos, and theories, then be sure to subscribe to keep up with all of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 hype. But that's going to be it for me, guys, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.